And then suddenly, out of nowhere, we're with Jann Arden. What's that all about, Jann Arden?
What? Well, how did you guys find me?
Look, I know you're in the witness protection program, but nothing can stop us from connecting with you. What a delight. You're in the middle of writing your next season.
I am on the west coast of Canada. I drove out here and took the ferry across. I'm very COVID safe, but what a beautiful drive through the mountains. I'm on Bowen Island, and I panicked because I so wanted to be with you guys today, and to be part of this whole beautiful Blaze Award that I was so freaked out and humbled to accept last year. And it feels like it was 10 minutes ago. And here we are, and how the world has changed. But so great to see your beautiful face.
Oh man, you'll always be my first, Jann Arden.
You will be my first.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. First of all, I feel like that was so monumental for me just to have you part of the Blaze Award, just because you bring so much joy. Like, Michelle Buteau's the recipient this year, and she actually she spoke about things that you were speaking about, which is whatever you're doing it with kindness and doing it with joy. And I feel like that's so your method as well.
Well, you kind of learn as you go along how small the creative community is, and that it takes an incredible amount of energy to fill your heart with ire or anger. Or I think we've all had experiences where we've worked places where it hasn't been a great experience, and you kind of learn as you go along. Like, if I ever get a chance to be in a position where I'm creating a project, I never want anyone to feel like how I felt on that other thing, especially as a woman. And I say that earnestly. I think when you have a kind of a crappy situation with other women, it makes you even more aware of going, I want this to be so great for all of us. So because of people like you, Naomi, that strive for this, it's serenity, it's community, it's happiness, it's joy, it's supportiveness, altruism. It's pretty important. So yeah, I'm so glad to be working around people that lift me up all the time. Yeah, I'm just so grateful.
Well, right back at you. I want to ask you, because I know it was sort of a new territory for you to star in your own TV show. Like, you've done appearances on TV shows before, but it was a big learning curve. And I'd love to know if there was any quality in yourself that you didn't know you had, but then you discovered you had during that new chapter of your life.
Well, I think the most important thing for me was that I've always felt at ease being silly with myself and kind of making fun at myself, but not to the point where I am being so self-deprecating that it makes people around you uncomfortable. So there's a fine line between that. Right. And I have unbelievable writers.
Yeah.
I have writers that steal stuff from me all the frickin' time. They hone in on the nuances. And I am on such a learning curve that you can't even see around any corner at any given time. But I have great people that write, and that they've spent a lifetime educating themselves and learning how to work the goddamn apps, the writing things that write the scripts.
You got this.
It astonishes me how they can take 22 minutes of television that makes no sense to me. You see the outline, and all of a sudden they make words that actually last 22 minutes long. What the hell? How do, like, I will never be the actor, where you're doing your deal with your agents going, well, I'd like to direct this year. Well, I would like to write an episode this year. Everyone's so relieved around me. They're like, Jann will never want to do any of that stuff. And I don't. I have no desire.
Right. Yeah. But is there a skill that you're like, this year I'm going to learn this? Like, I'm going to learn how to operate the boom. Or I don't know. Is there something on set that you're excited to learn this year?
I think my focus has really been, I have an acting coach teacher line runner, Tom Carey. He's been with me both seasons, and I've learned so much from him. I was really, really frightened about learning lines, and I've picked every actor's brain that I've ever met, going, what do you do? How do you do it? Every single person is different. There's not one person that does it the same. So I felt good about that. And so I've really, once you learn it, you feel better. I didn't want to hold anybody up. I didn't want to show up and be like, oh yeah, she doesn't know anything. We're thinking of putting the bean in her ear and just telling her lines when she's standing there offset. Or
wait a second, is that the trick? A bean will tell me my lines?
Somebody told me that De Niro did that or something. He had a hearing aid.
Yeah. They hide like a thing.
But Tom Carey is so gracious, and he just really cheered me on, and I screwed up a lot, and a lot of times I didn't, because you're block shooting. I didn't even know what that word was 2 years ago. Sometimes there's 4 episodes that are getting shot in the same day, so I'm changing clothes and everything, and he would always whisper to me, "You're coming out of the dentist office. You're getting into your car to see your sister." Because I'm like, Tom, what am I doing? When I saw it for the first time, I swear to God, Naomi, it was like, I've never seen this before in my life. I don't remember learning one word of this. And it was a big surprise to me as to what the season was about, because I never knew. It was so, I thought movies started at the beginning and ended at the end. What are you freaks thinking?
No, why
are you doing this?
It's wizardry. It doesn't make any sense. But at the end of the day, it comes out right somehow.
Well, editors, it's all the people behind the scenes, and it marveled at the crew. But I think you have to be willing to fail. I think just setting that aside, and any kind of perfectionism, or I love learning new things. I love, that's why I like to read. I like learning. I like watching all the other actors on the set, and, kind of catching them out of the corner of my eye, saying their lines to themselves. I work with a lovely woman, Deborah Grover, who plays my mom.
I love Deborah Grover. I know. No,
I've learned.
But I'll have to tell you something, that you're such a special light that people, like, good people gravitate. So if you have good people around you, it's all your fault.
Yeah.
And we're lucky to have you part of this. I'm so grateful.
And the community has been kind to me. Naomi, you lead that pack of, I was very frightened, taking the plunge, going into the theatrical acting kind of side of things, because I'm a pop singer and I have been for 40 years. And you worry about that, stepping over that threshold into a different genre, a different thing, like acting and doing a show and things like that. And I thought, I'm going to be massacred out there. So now she's doing this, and that was the 4th grader in me that was worried about that. It has been the complete polarized to that. I've had so much help and so much support from a community that I knew nothing of. Every actor that has walked onto that set, every lighting director, everybody has just been like, welcome.
Yeah.
And so that makes me, is that your dog?
He just, speaking of welcome, he just wanted to say hi and thank you. What's this, Jann Arden? Thank you, Jann.
Oh my God, I thought that was your husband for a second.
I mean, basically. But thank you so much. I just dropped him. You okay, bud? 112 years old. Thank you. Thank you for being part of this community. Thank you for what you're giving to this community. I'm just a fan of you as a human and as an artist.
As I am of you. It's good people. It's great to meet like-minded people and to cheer people on. Boy, it sure feels good. It just sure feels good. Creative people create things.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud to be a little sliver of it. I hope to keep making opportunities for people and keep doing music and getting out there and seeing the world. Our greatest assets are each other. Our most valued experiences are the conversations that you have sitting in the waiting chairs, waiting to go and say your lines and meeting people.
Yeah.
And talking to them and finding out where they've been and what they've done. So thanks for creating this community, Naomi.
Well, it's better for you being here with us. So thanks, Jann Arden.
And your red dress, that's new. I've not seen that.
Oh, you haven't seen this before?
No.
I've been wearing it for a year straight. I haven't taken it off.
Yeah, I've never seen that dress.
All right. It's coming to you next. You're going to take it to the next generation. I love you. Thank you for everything. Thank you so much. All right. Be well. Bye, Jen Arden.
Bye.